Blessed be y'all. Hey, so I remember years ago um, I was rushed to the hospital because my back was in so much pain. My mom she was taking me to the hospital. She was rushing me to the hospital because I was hurting so bad, and she actually had to drive kind of slow because every every minor bump that she hit in the car would send shockwaves through my back, and it would hurt so bad. It would hurt so bad. I mean, it was the kind of pain where it put a grown man in tears. And I was just there. I couldn't. I just know what no. I mean, there was no way I could sit that could alleviate any of the pain. It was just hurting that bad. So we got to the hospital. They couldn't see me. They couldn't see me. They turned me away. They couldn't help me. Needless to say, I was still in pain, frustrated and hurting. And it was. I mean, when I say the pain was bad, it just felt like I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know why my back was hurting like it was. I don't know, but it was hurting so bad I could barely walk. When I tried to walk, I was walking all limped over to the side, really slow, and I could barely do that. So we got turned away at the hospital, and we were instructed to go by my spiritual teacher's house, my spiritual leader, Paul Raphu. We were instructed to go by his house. So we went by there. I'm still hurting, y'all. I'm still crying. I'm still rocking. I'm still hurting there. And on the way over, and and when we got there, I was getting out of the car. And there was someone standing at the door to greet us when we got there, and she just kind of looked at me like, and the look on her face was like, "Oh man, he's hurt," because I was hurting bad, and she could see it. So anyway, I made it to the door, went in, and I waited for him to come out. So he came out, he talked to me, and moments passed. Now understand, uh, my mentor, my spiritual teacher, the energy in his house. Let's start with that. The energy in his house it's a magical, it's a high potent energy, always in his home and around him at all. It's always, and that's no exaggeration. It's always potent, palpable energy, magic around him. So I was sitting there, and he came out, and he was sort of talking to me. And moments passed, and he told me to check my back. Now, mind you, I was hurting so bad, and he told me to check my back. I was like, I stood up to check, and he said, "Do what you couldn't do before, and bend over." And I bent over, and when I'm telling you, every bit of pain that was there was gone. Look, every bit of pain, cause I couldn't hardly stand. Mind you, I couldn't stand up straight. I couldn't stand up straight because my back was hurting so bad before I got there. But now, after the moments of sitting there in that presence that was in his house, the magical presence that was in his house, in his midst, after he got through talking to me and speaking words over me, my back was healed and mended. It was mended, completely mended. No pain, no discomfort. I could stand up straight. I could bend over without pain. I could stand there without pain. All because of the magical energy and power that was there with him. When I say amazing things happen in his midst and around him, I mean that. I mean that with every fiber of my being. It was serious. That pain was serious before I got there. But I left his house completely healed, completely mended, completely pain-free. No joke. And first of all, I was grateful because I wasn't hurt no more. I was grateful and I was relieved of pain. Because when I tell you I was hurting so bad, it was. If you know what pain, if you ever been in pain to the point where you cried because it hurt so bad and it felt like you were being ripped and torn and just, it just felt that bad, then you know what I mean when I say I was hurting bad. But when I left there, I was in comfort. I was healed. And it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience. The potency of this man's power is amazing. And it's real. This man is a wise man. He's has real power. Real power. And things like this happen around him on a constant basis. Amazing things always happen around him. And I want to share this. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my mentor and my teacher, my spiritual leader, Raphu. I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful.